All right. Well, another feature from the iPhone, which we're gonna jump to the next topic too, is the fact that the iPhone 12 comes with what they call more true 5G capabilities, and that's one thing that to me is the only attractive part of the iPhone 12. If I were to get one, which right now I'm not, I'm on the fence. Right now I'm happy with my 10, and unless this one takes a hit or something, I will not probably get an iPhone anytime soon. But the iPhone 12 does have 5G, native 5G, and so what I wanted to clarify is a little bit, and you and I have been talking about 5G for a while, and there's a lot of misunderstanding about what 5G doesn't do, what it means, and so
I
forth.
don't think it's misunderstanding. I think it's misleading. Purposeful misleading.
Yes. Okay. The cause is misleading information, and the effect is that people don't understand what 5G really is, and it's not, and that the fact that they when networks like in the past AT&T and all these on T-Mobile were advertising 5G, that was just one minute version of 5G. 5G is actually 5G stands for fifth generation, basically, but fifth generation has different options, and we have different types of bandwidth for the fifth generation, and not all of them are the 5G that we were promised. We were promised 5G is going to be 100 times faster than 4G, gigabit, blah blah, all that stuff, faster than cable and all that, and yeah, potentially it could be, but in reality it's not. And the 5G that we had so far was basically what they call the low band 5G, which is maybe 1.5, 1.8 times faster. Barely noticeable if you are normally doing navigation. I mean, you are downloading movies on your phone or something, it might go a little faster, but you need to be exactly in the proper 5G. That's the one that we have so far. Now, the iPhone 12 has the ability to have what is called the ultra-wide 5G, which is the millimeter wave, which is the fastest. That one is really fast. It could be 1 gigabit or even faster. However, that's very limited, as we know, because the higher the speed on the millimeter band or the ultra wide band requires you to be very close to the antennas, basically. So that's very limited to,
and for there to be no interference.
And yes, and also it has a very low range. That's why it requires you to be very close to
and
the.
If there's anything in the way
Right.
between you and
Obstacles.
it doesn't work either.
Exactly. So it has the capability which the other phones didn't. So even if you had another phone that was before
well, it
this
doesn't
one,
matter because we're not going to get that. Basically, the higher the frequency, the less distance it can travel, and the more it's interrupted by
obstacles, by walls and things like that. Yeah.
And so we're not going to have that for many years, and it's all bullshit, basically. And
Well-
so the iPhone, that's great that it has it, and all new phones will have it.
Verizon is basically announcing their. They couldn't say the largest 5G network, which is because they had the low band.
Yeah.
But now
Great.
Verizon is increasing their ultra wide band, and in fact, one of the things that the phone is going to have is they're going to be able to tell you the difference, just like when you see on your phone the 3G or the 4G LTE and all that stuff. Now you will be able to see the difference. That's how they're going to do it. They're going to see, it's going to say 5G when it's the low band, which is the barely faster than 4G. And then you will see 5UW, I think it is, which is the ultra wide. That's the real fast. Now, unless you live in a major city and you happen to be in a specific spot, you're not going to see that. But you will be able to see when you are in ultra wideband and then say, wow, and I'm going to download a 4K movie and it's going to come in a few seconds, because it will happen if you are within that range. Again, like you said, that's going to be, the range is very spotty. Like, I don't know, like you go downtown, let's say Phoenix, maybe you go by the convention center where there's a lot of business people or whatever. You will have.
You're gonna need a tower on every street corner because it doesn't.
That's why.
travel.
That's exactly the point. That for the ultra wide to work, it needs to be that there's like not towers, but like antennas, poles, whatever, in every corner, every roof.
You're gonna need transmitters
exactly
on every street
everywhere.
corner.
Yes, because it's very very low, short range, and it requires, like you said, to go by obstacles. So if I'm here, there's a building in the middle. I need to have like a triangulation where it goes from here to here to here around the building, to transmit it. So that's going to take a while. That's why 5G, the ultra wide, I can tell you, is never going to be outside of major metro areas. It's never going to be, traveling down the road from city to city and you have 5G all the way across the, on the road. Impossible. You're not going to have it. It's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. But in the cities, in the major areas, you will probably eventually have more more of a 5G network. And Verizon has, because the LTE can be adapted to 5G ultra wide. It's just a matter of adjusting. It's very technical, and I don't fully understand it, but it's a matter of adapting the technology. But it could be, the infrastructure could be
It
there.
should be the slogan for our podcast.
What?
It's very technical. I don't quite understand it, but we're gonna give our opinion anyways. That's the slogan of our podcast.
Yeah, we're still going to talk about it, of course. I'm just reading. So, but anyways, the main thing with the iPhone, if you are really looking forward to 5G technology and you think you're going to be able to enjoy, I mean, on the spots where you can get the ultra wide 5G, the real fast 5G are basically are advertised. I mean, you can go to Verizon's website and they tell you, okay, this is where you can get 5G, and you can go to, like I said, Phoenix downtown, this place, and you have ultra wide 5G or whatever. So if you happen to be in one of those areas, you can use it. So the iPhone is going to be ready for that. So, but aside from that, I mean, wrapping up the iPhone issue, I don't see any reason to kind of just stand in line. You know, if there's such a thing these days to get your next iPhone. I don't even know when did they say it's going to come out. Christmas or something, or
No. I think in a few weeks.
in a few weeks.
I think so.
The typical Apple event where people will stand in line trying to be the first one to get it. I don't know if it's going to happen these days. For one, I mean, with the social distancing stuff, it's going to be a little different.
Aren't their stores still closed?
No, I think they're open.
Are they open again?
Yeah, they're open
I haven't been
because
to an Apple store in a while.
well, they vary by city.
When is the new iPad Air coming out, by the way? I wanted to get it, and it still doesn't let me buy it. The Pro came out, but the Air hasn't, and I don't know. Anybody know? They announced
Apple
it like
stores,
a month ago.
Did you try any Apple store here in town? Or?
No, I went on the website, and on
okay.
Apple.com, you can't buy it. You can buy the Pro, you can't buy the Air, and it doesn't give any date. And I looked, and nobody. They just say October, but it's mid-October already, and
Yeah,
hasn't
I don't
come
know.
out yet.
I know the Apple stores decided to reopen, and then they closed in some places like New York, was opening and closed stuff. So it depends on the city, but they should be open. I know the Verizon stores and all those also are open, and they make appointments and all that. So I mean, all the stores are starting to reopen, and they just have limited amount of customers inside and things like that. So I think that's not an issue.